Hey Aquarius, welcome to your reading where we'll see how you can best call in a healthy, loving romantic relationship. We're going to start first by pulling a couple of oracle cards just to see what energy is surrounding you. And the first card that came out for you is engagement. Your love life is ascending to a higher level of commitment. Let's pull another and see what other energies are surrounding you right now. My Aquarius collective, what other energies are surrounding you? And we have Astara, fertility. It is the perfect time for you to start new projects, access new ideas, and give birth to new conditions. So it feels like for my Aquarius collective that the time is right. If you are interested in having a healthy relationship, this is a good time for you to call it in. It feels as though the environment is super ripe for you to bring in something absolutely wonderful. And it feels like that this is something new. This is not necessarily a feeling of you returning to a past person or to past energies. It feels as though you've been sort of building a foundation by yourself, for some time now. And it's ready for you to sort of take the next step, right, into a relationship. So if you've been getting that sort of feeling that you don't necessarily want to be a singlet anymore, that now is the time for you to get out there and start exploring and start building something new with someone new. So let's jump into some tarot and see what other messages Spirit has for you. So starting first with something that you can work on in order to make this happen, in order for you to start attracting a healthy love, we have the Tower. Now, in a lot of readings, people will view the Tower as something absolutely horrible, right? It's the crumbling of something down to its foundation. But I think in the context of your reading, Aquarius, that the Tower is actually a good thing because it's really about profound change. This sort of clearing the space for this new foundation to be built is something that you have to be willing to do. So if you've been a little bit resistant, to change, to trying new things, there's a need for you to sort of clear this path, like get down to the bare bones so that something new and fresh could come in. And we also have the Five of Swords in reverse. Now, the Five of Swords is typically a card of conflict, right? It's about doing battle. It's about disappointment, being disappointed by other people around you, just having disagreements. But having it in reverse is that there's a need to sort of pick your battles because the Five of Swords can be about winning at all costs. And looking at this spread so far and the energy that's coming off of it, it feels like there's a need for you, I think, to not necessarily fight so hard for relationships or try and battle against people who aren't aligned with you. It almost feels like there's a sense of in the past you were in a place of trying to make like what is the saying, a round peg fitting into a square hole. And I think that going forward, choosing your battles wisely, knowing when to engage and when to just disengage is going to be super important for you. So in terms of your thoughts, your perspectives about love and romantic relationships, we're starting out with the Six of Cups. And I do feel like there's a bit of a sense of you living in the past because the Six of Cups is really about reminiscing. It's about holding on to memories, to experiences that you've had before. And I feel like for a lot of you, that sort of clouded your perspective on what relationships could be and what relationships should be. So sort of stepping out of that energy and not dwelling on things that you've experienced in the past is maybe holding you back a little bit from finding what could be. And we have that clarified by the Chariot in reverse. So for a lot of you guys out there, there's been a fair amount of stagnancy, right? That it's like, I'm just not even going to bother. I don't know what to do. I don't want to experience the same things. So having that mindset of sort of being trapped by what you've experienced previously is keeping you from elevating your love life to a higher level. Now, the good way that you can fix this, right? We're starting with the 5 of Coins. And this is a feeling of being on the outside looking in, feeling some sort of sense of lack, feeling as though you are living without something, like something's not meant for you. It's, I think for your reading, Aquarius, it's a card of a little bit of wishful thinking, almost like a hungry kid that's looking at the storefront of like a bakery and is like, oh, I wish I could have that cake. And so it feels like Spirit is saying that there is a need for you to sort of evaluate why you feel this sense of lack, why you're sort of stuck in this mindset of the past. It feels like a very introspective energy where there's a need for a little bit of reflection and taking from your past experiences what lessons you have learned. And we also have the 9 of Swords in reverse. So the 9 of Swords, when it's upright, is a card that is really about anxiety. It's about overthinking. It's about a lot of stress. And so in order to sort of fix this energy that you might be in right now, where you're sort of stuck in memories and experiences of the past, there's a need to evaluate why you feel that way and why you're sort of translating that into what could be in terms of your love life, and figuring out a way to let go of that anxiety. Getting to know people, getting involved with people doesn't necessarily have to be stressful. It does take a certain, I think, level of discernment to make sure that you are engaging with the right people and doing what's ultimately best for you and what's in alignment with the life path that you have envisioned for yourself. So sort of getting to the core of why you entertained people, I think, that were not necessarily good for you, why you stuck it out so long, why you were constantly sort of making things try to fit when it really wasn't a good fit in general, is going to be important for you to take this next step of your journey. Now, the best way that you can bring love into your life, we have the 10 of Wands. So this is a card about burdens, right? The 10 of Wands is someone who is carrying a lot of things on their back. But the good thing for you, Aquarius collective, is that 10s are really about completion. And so I feel like in order for you to accept love into your life, the healthy type of love, the healthy type of relationships that you may be looking for, it's going to be important for you to sort of lay down those burdens, to lay down those memories and that stress that you have been carrying with you for some time now. And we also have the 9 of Cups in reverse. So it's interesting because the 9 of Cups in reverse is about, for me, being happy in and of yourself. No external factors really needed there. It's about you finding the joy in your own life. And Aquarius, I think to a certain extent you've already done that. But I do feel like with this 9 of Cups in reverse, it's going to be important for you to open up and see what people can bring to you that actually enhance your joy. So it's not necessarily about you trying to find happiness in someone else, but allowing other people to sort of enhance and magnify the happiness and joy that you've already found in your own life. Now, as far as you being worthy of this type of healthy, loving relationship, we have the Queen of Swords. Now, when we sort of think about how we approach other people in relationships, there are some times, I think, and especially for you guys, where you were trying to make something fit that didn't necessarily do so. I think it's going to be important for you to continue using the voice that you found. So you found your happiness, you found your stability on your own. And why you're worthy is because you now have a sense of self. The Queen of Swords can be a super cutting energy. They can be very blunt. At times, they can be called a bitch. I don't necessarily think that that's the case all of the time, and especially not for you, Aquarius. But I think that you are worthy of being loved is because you have found yourself and you have found your voice. And there is, there's nothing that people can really do to sort of shake that energy. And we also have the 10 of Cups. This is happiness. This is joy that you have found inside of your life. So now that you are in a good place, you are ready to receive those added bonuses. You're not looking for validation or affirmation from other people. You're not looking to them to complete you. You're looking at them as sort of like the cherry on the top of your ice cream sundae that you've already created for yourself. And there's this sense that if you're not additive, then you don't need to be here. So congratulations to you, Aquarius, for finding your place in this world and looking for someone that'll complement that. You're not looking for somebody who is going to create that for you, which is the best position that you can absolutely be in. So how you're going to find that person who's ready and willing to be with you, what that person's going to look like. We have the 4 of Cups in reverse, clarified by the 6 of Coins in reverse. What this feels like is that this person who comes in is going to throw you a little bit off balance. With the 6 of Coins, this is sort of about that equal give and take. But it feels like this person is going to come in with a lot more stability than you may have anticipated that someone would. And with the 4 of Cups in reverse, there's a sense of accepting, right? With the 4 of Cups, when it's upright, it's about someone kind of rejecting an offer. It's like being bored. There's no sense of excitement. There's no sense that you want to get to know this person a little bit better. So I think that when they do come in, it's going to be like, oh, wow, I really want to get to know them better. Like this person's intriguing to me. But I'll say, Aquarius, it's a bit of an uncomfortable feeling because I don't think that you're accustomed to someone who is really invested in genuinely giving their all to you. So, it's okay if you feel a little bit off kilter. This person is coming forward and they're trying to show you what they have to offer you. They know that you have what you need right now, but they're like, "Oh, I can make that even better." Like, is a cherry not good enough? I can give you some sprinkles too. Like, they're trying their best. And I think that you're going to be intrigued by, their sort of persistence and their willingness to engage in a way that you haven't experienced before. So another message from Spirit, you are limitless. You can do anything that you choose. And I think that you've learned that lesson, maybe a bit of the hard way, Aquarius, and trying to make things work that didn't necessarily work well for you, fighting the good fight, even in the face of defeat. But I think that you understand that the power of self is more important than anything else. And seeing as though you've discovered that, you have the ability to be very, very discerning about who it is that you allow in your life, who it is that you allow in your energy. And this person who's coming in is going to try and prove to you that they have something to offer. It's not just going to be on you to show somebody else that you're a good catch, that you're somebody who should be in their life. So understand that you have all the potential and all of the options in the world. If you choose to embrace them, your love life is going to elevate. It's a good time for you to start something new. And I think that you have the level of discernment that's going to allow something wonderful to come into your life. So that's what I got for my Aquarius collective. Like and subscribe if you enjoyed this, and I will see you on the next one.